better and better and better. How's this now?
That does it. Kentucky does it again. The Wildcats are SEC tournament champions.
Alrighty guys, now fresh off another SEC championship for the greatest college basketball program of all time. Now Kentucky enters March Madness as a 5 seed, playing Davidson the first round. And of course, a lot of people are very excited about that second round matchup, of course, with Arizona. Now, of course, I don't know if a lot of Kentucky fans remember when Arizona beat Kentucky in the 1997 National Championship game in overtime. I think that team was led by the legendary Mike Bibby. And Kentucky now, a lot of people are very excited and they want to see that Arizona-Kentucky matchup. And of course, almost everybody's picking Arizona to win because of Ayton and how good he's playing. And I can see that. But Kentucky's been stopping some very good players in the SEC tournament. You know, they've been having some good strategy. I know these guys are nowhere near as good as Ayton, but I say let Ayton do what he wants, stop everybody else. But we can't go that far ahead, can we? Because we have to play Davidson first. And of course, we all know that a 5 seed always seems to get beat every year. That happens all the time. So we got to play Davidson first. As much as we can talk about Arizona, we got to take care of business first. Thursday night, I think it's 7:10 tip-off for Kentucky right now. As of right now, it could change. But it's going to be, I think that might be the perfect time for people when they get home from work and everything. Kentucky's not playing like at 12 or 1, you know. So 7 o'clock, maybe even if they come on by 8, the game be off by 10. That's pretty much the perfect time, you know, for people to watch and enjoy the game. Because, you know, it's better than coming on like at 9:40 and 10 o'clock like a lot of the games. Like some teams will be this year, of course. But anyway, I don't know anything about Davidson. I've not watched them play one game. But I do know they are playing Kentucky, the greatest college basketball program of all time. So, I expect Kentucky to take care of Davidson, and then we're going to go from there. I guess it could be Arizona. It could be Kentucky playing Buffalo. It could be Arizona playing Davidson. It could be Davidson playing Buffalo. You never know. But let's hope Vanderbilt can make some progress and come back. He's got until Thursday. And I think if Kentucky can somehow get by this week, even if Vanderbilt does not come back, even if it, you know, just can't make it. They said he was still limping as of Sunday night, and if you're limping Sunday night, you're gonna have to make a quick recovery in 4 more days. I mean, it's gonna have to be four days plus you've not been practicing with the team and everything. And when you're not practicing, you're rusty. So even if he does come back, he's gonna have some rust. So we got to remember that also. So the 1 seed in Kentucky's bracket is Virginia, of course. Then we have Cincinnati as the 2 seed. And let's see, anybody else stand out in this bracket? Miami, Nevada, Texas. The Tennessee Balls. Tennessee Balls is the 3 seed in this region. That's pretty much it. It's going to be a hard bracket. Even if Kentucky gets by, you know, you're going to have to play Virginia. But Virginia, they're not, well, they're good. No, they are good, aren't they? It was actually my pick to win it all was Virginia. As I was watching games this year, I was thinking Virginia's going to win it all. So anyway, it's a hard bracket. It is. I know that. But that's what it's all about. I do wish we played like on a Friday night instead of on a Thursday night. After just playing Sunday, now we have to get, 1 day of rest and then go Tuesday and get ready to go out there Tuesday and get ready to play. So it would have been nice since we played on Sunday, our conference championship. It would have been nice to play on Friday instead of Thursday. But anyway, the build-up's here, people. We've got what? Today's Monday, Tuesday, so we got a couple more days. It's exciting. It really is. it really is going to hit the players when they step on the court. We'll see what happens, people. I mean, you just never know what can happen. It's called March Madness. A lot of people believe this year has a lot of parity. But I still like Virginia. Team like Virginia, of course, I like Kentucky, as always. They've got a chance to win it, but I'm being realistic, you know. Be nice to win it. But we're not going to be shocked if we get beat, of course. It's not like we're a dominant team in the past. We're playing well right now, and you never know. That's one thing great about Coach Cal. He is a tournament coach. He's proven it over the years. Kansas got a 1 seed. This seems like a weak 1 seed, Kansas does. Villanova. Let's look around the brackets here a little bit. Just look it over here a little bit. I like Gonzaga a lot. I like them a lot. We'll see what happens. They're a good 4 seed. Michigan's a 3. North Carolina's a 10. North Carolina is a 2 seed with 10 losses. How about that? And let's look. Michigan, North Carolina, Gonzaga. I like Gonzaga. They're a good 5 seed. Duke got a pretty good bracket, right? Let's see what Duke got. I've looked at the brackets, but it's been, you know. Oh, wait a minute. We got Xavier as a 1 seed, and we've got. No, yeah, Xavier's the 1 seed over North Carolina. That's a surprise. They love North Carolina so much, they just like they would have been a 1 seed. The biggest shock of the day, of course, was Duke not getting a 1 seed. I know a lot of people are shocked about that. So Duke is in Kansas's bracket. Pretty good bracket. Looks pretty easy, doesn't it? Michigan State. No, it's not, is it? Ooh. Michigan State. They got a 3 seed? Huh. Alrighty, guys. Anyway, Kentucky and Davidson. We'll see what happens. I expect a double-digit win from Kentucky. We'll know a lot about this team this first game. We'll see if they're actually tournament ready. And the thing I want to bring up, people, before we continue this is one thing I noticed yesterday watching, well, I guess Sunday when Kentucky won another SEC championship. One thing I noticed about that game was the fun that the Kentucky players were having. Coach Cal during timeouts, very encouraging, telling them how great they're playing. Even when they gave away that big lead, Coach Cal really has figured this team out. Gabriel, I've never seen somebody smile as much as Wenyon Gabriel. It's flat out unbelievable. Seeing the kid happy. The kid's had a hard time this whole season, and he finally showed up when it mattered most in these last 2 games of the tournament. I'm glad they're having fun. Win or lose, people, I want this team to have fun and enjoy themselves. At the end of the day, people, we get overly critical. And always remember that they are just 18, 19-year-old kids playing the game, having fun. That's why it always bothers me when people will jump on college kids and say, oh, they horrible, they suck. They're just kids. Where was you at when you was 18? I mean, think about when you was 18. Was you playing in front of 20-some thousand people? Think about that. 20,000, 18 years old, 19 years old. And you're playing in front of all these people on television and everything. It's unreal to think about. It's unreal to think about. Support the team, people. Hope for the best. We've seen Kentucky do it before. They can do it again. Can they get to another Final Four? Can they get to Elite Eight? We will see. The thing is, every time you win a game, you always want them, well, maybe we can get to the Elite Eight. Maybe we can get to the Sweet 16. Maybe we can get to the Final Four. Maybe we can get to the National Championship. That's how it is, you know. That's how it is. So, we'll see what happens. We'll watch Kentucky play, then we'll watch Arizona play Thursday, and we'll go from there. I've watched Ayton play a few games. I thought Arizona was dead in the water when their coach got in trouble. I was like, this team's just going to fall apart now. and the opposite happened. I was like, this team's dead in the water. I think if you remember, I made a video talking about them getting caught for paying players and stuff, $100,000. I was like, this team's dead in the water. That coach is not going to come back, and he came right back, and they turned it around. So it would be weird. It would be weird if, like, Arizona won the national championship and then lost it. You know, it could happen. I mean, it happened to Louisville. So anyway, guys, that's enough talking. It's a very, just jumping all over the place, this video, but you get what we're talking about. We're talking about Kentucky, the greatest college basketball program of all time, as always. We're so blessed to be a part of this great tournament. Let's enjoy it. Let's hope for the best. And as always, go Big Blue, the greatest college basketball program of all time, the Kentucky Wildcats.